sports coverage of the National Football League. Brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil, as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. It's Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Michael Badgley will be the first to get this one going. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one. So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Now this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
On second down, Mahomes. In middle, he's got Kelsey. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. They put Kelsey in motion. That is caught outside on the RPO. Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Chiefs first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs first down. A gain of 14. And a first down, Chiefs.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Second and 2.
From the 21, here's second down and 2. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
That's complete left side to Worthy.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
2nd down and 8. Right back to the air from Mahomes. It finds the hands of Marquise Brown. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. They'll run the sneak. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Pacheco. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Hunt will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Colts nothing.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Anthony Gould now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
You know, how often do we see guys in the league, Mike, that are former first-round picks? They get significant starting time with their original franchise, and then there's a change of address, right? They got to go play for a new team and start a new chapter of their career. Some guys take it and run with it, and some guys we never hear from again. I have a funny feeling this situation he's walking into in Indianapolis, I think, is a really good one for NFL quarterbacks. I think he has some pieces around him, and I think people don't appreciate the kind of athlete and the skill set that Daniel Jones has.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he'll get about 5.
Taylor, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Markham at the 48-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
brings up
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
And this is incomplete, but it looked like that defender got a head start. Let's check the call. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. That's Pierce in motion. Now Jones on the bootleg. He's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Jones into the slide, protects himself, and picks up the 1st down.
On the play. That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jones. That's the tight end, Morale Cox. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
They'll give this one to Taylor, running right. And he's in! Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the 1st time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Here's Michael Badgley for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Colts come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's Smith to return it, and he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Over in a flash, and he lost the football. It looked like one of the Chiefs is able to recover, and they hold on to the ball.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. As we are ready to get back underway. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
On the return is Gould. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Shotgun now for Jones. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5. Here's Jones. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
We get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
Throwing on first down is Jones. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Give up the middle to Taylor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chiefs' 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Jones. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 It's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Jones keeping this one. Oh, the ball's out. It's pulled in by the Chiefs.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a gain of a yard. And a Kansas City Chiefs 1st down. A gain of 1 yard. 1st down, Kansas City.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball to tie his point, but come down with the pick.
It'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Motion man is Rice. On 3rd down, Mahomes. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, KC.
Good for a Kansas City Chiefs 1st down.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
31 more yards.
The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelsey one more time for a Chiefs first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
RPO, they'll throw it to Rice. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. Talk things over before third down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. Gray is the motion man here. Third and short. Here's Patrick. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Noah Gray. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Kansas City.
And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14-7.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be taken down. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. To throw, it's Jones. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
He'll step up and run, and he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Here's Jones to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Jones operating out of the pistol. He takes off, and he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On play action, it's Jones. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the carry.
You can tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Jones going to try to throw on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
A quick throw on this RPO, and Downs has it. And he's going to have just a couple here, but there is a marker on the field as well. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. It's a design run with Jones. Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. And this one is caught by Pierce. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
To throw is Jones. They'll try to set up the screen here. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him, so either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Deep to return, it's Nico Remigio. The Chiefs offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense, so give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
1st down throw, Mahomes, right back to Brown. He's got it again. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. They get 10 yards on the hook up there, and the Chiefs have a 1st down.
1st down, Chiefs.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll step up and run this. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs 1st down. A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Kansas City.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
This caught right side by Worthy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard
Gain
line.
of 19 yards.
They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Chiefs first down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
That's over the middle and caught by Rice. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard
A
line.
gain of 13 yards. And a first down.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. They'll run the draw with Pacheco. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
It is second and 6. Mahomes. He'll tuck it in. And he's in! Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's his second touchdown tonight. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs will take a 21-7 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with first and 10. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Jones, they hang on to it here. Oh, a loose football. That's picked up by the Chiefs.
Jones on the keeper. A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Chiefs.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
It's a pickup of 6.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 38 now, here's second and 4. Patrick to throw. That one complete to Brown. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to two. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
On third down, Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
They put Kelsey in motion. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And he will score! Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Doolin. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 4. Shotgun now for Jones. That one into the hands of Downs. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jones. Trying the left side and caught by Pettis. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 3 at the Chiefs' 31-yard line.
Second down and 3. Jones to the air again. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant.
It's a gain of 8. And the Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. That's Pierce in motion. Now Jones on the bootleg. That one complete to 4. It'll bring up second
Out of
down.
bounds at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Jones. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
15 yards on the play.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
To throw, it's Jones. To the goal line and in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colts. Badgley now to tack on the extra point. It's up and through. And the Colts are able to edge a bit closer.
28, Colts 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Gray is the motion man here. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
This is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
They will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Kansas City.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Mahomes finding Rice for the Kansas City 1st down.
At the 25-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle, complete. ground. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts to talk things over before third down.
A gain of 10.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It's a
Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
A gain of a yard. And a first down, Chiefs.
A give here to Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
16-yard line.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And some good blocking, springing it. A gain of 9 as we get to third down.
At the 6-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. They put Kelsey in motion. They'll drop to throw. And he will get into the end zone. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Touchdown.
In this offense, they just continue to find such creative ways to get the ball into the hands of their playmakers. And this time they use the pre-snap motion to help their guy gain leverage. And it's just an easy pitch and catch for the touchdown.
Butker now to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Chiefs are going to extend their lead.
Chiefs 35, Colts 14.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Doolin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. Jones now on first down. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
6. Brings up second and 4 at the 31-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And they will bring him down
field. They get 25 on that connection. That's good for a Colts first down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's one running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Jones. Able to find Pittman. It's complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Indianapolis.